Hope everyone can see my screen. So this was the particular exercise that I have given to you for Python. Okay, when we ended our Python classes, maybe last week, Friday. So that time I just gave you that particular exercise to do. So what is the exercise? I have given to you an Excel. That Excel, I think we have also worked with the SQL time. So this is the Excel. In this Excel, there are three sheets. One is customer, one is outlet, another one is product. Okay. Now, the what you have to do? Create data frame based on each of the three subject areas. So we need to create three data frames based on each of the subject area: customer, outlet, and product. Okay. Now our data frames are on place. Then what we have to do? Okay. Create a data frame having fields. We have to create a new data frame that should be having field of customer name, purchase date, outlet branch name, and product name. So from the three data frame, we have to merge it. Obviously, it should be joined. So over there, by joining the three data set, we should be having customer name, purchase date, outlet branch name, and product name. So you can see which of the columns are having from which source system. From the customer system, we have the customer name, this one. Okay. Purchase date is also there. I think purchase date. Yeah. So the first two is from customer sheet. The third one, outlet branch name, should be from outlet. Yes. No need to print the other thing, just like outlet code. We can join between two data set based on outlet code. Outlet code is there from the first sheet as well as the second sheet with some different naming convention. But no need to print this one at the end. We can eliminate this thing. Then the last thing is product name. Okay. Product ID, based on product ID, we can join with outlet. Sorry, we can join with customer and product with product ID. Okay, product ID is a common column over here. So we just need to print product name. So we just need to check which customer has bought which particular product. We do not need product ID because I'm least bother what is the product ID. If I'm from the business side, I need the data. Which particular product she bought. Okay. So and which is the particular outlet from where she has bought it. Okay. So that particular things to know that particular things we have to create a new data frame with only those columns only. Okay. And when our data is ready, load the data, the final data frame into MySQL database. A table into MySQL database. Okay, so this is the entire stuff. Everything we have covered. Maybe something from taking data from Excel. It's a bit different. In our courses, we have learned how to take data from CSV file. It's almost same. A different method should be used for Excel, but it's a similar kind of stuff. We have learned join between data frames. We have learned how to push data into a separate database and all. So everything we have learned. So based on that, we can complete that steps. Okay. So I think you have already tried at your side. I'm just doing this thing. In front of you. If there is anything, any doubt, or if there is any stuck point you are facing while completing that step, can please tell me. Okay. Okay, fine. So I was just doing this thing from my side. So I prepared this thing. The Excel is situated in my home drive in this over there. So the same Excel is there. Okay, first of all, what should be the method? It's pd is pandas over here. Pandas dot read underscore Excel. This is the particular method. Over there, it was read underscore CSV, what we have learned in our class. But for to take the data from Excel file, it should be read.excel and I put the entire path. Okay, but I need to mention each of the sheet name over here. Okay, so let me put the sheet name sh. Okay, sheet name. For customer, I need to put, let me open this thing, customer outlet and product. Okay, customer. Let me run the first one, then I'll be checking the other thing. Print. Okay, for customer, I have given the name DFP or DFC. Okay, data frame C for customer. That is fine. Then below two, I can as of now comment it out, or let me put something else. This for outlet. I'm printing data frame customer. Okay, let me just check whether the first one is picking up the correct record. Okay, the data is almost fine, but one issue is there. If we check the customer sheet over customer data frame, everything is present, but the particular concept over here, it's taking the first row as data as well. This row, this particular row is not a data, it's a header. Rather, we can say it's a schema of this data frame. Okay, it's defining the column name over there. So the first row should not be over here. And even you can see that the indexing is also been started with 0 for the first row. Okay. And the column name, the original column name is mentioned over here. Unnamed 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is not the scenario. When we'll be joining the stubs, we'll be facing the issue. To remove that one, we just have to pass one parameter over here, that header equals true. Okay. Let me come to the second line. Header equals true. We cannot put true, rather we can put 1. 1 is also boolean true. That means header equal true. Let me just quickly run it. Yes, now we can see we can get our own column name. Header ID, name, purchase date, product ID, outlet. And the indexing part, the row indexing part is starting from here. Okay. Similar kind of stuff we can do for the other data frame. So for that one, I can just copy and paste the thing, and I can update the outlet and the on the sheet. Okay, for the second one, we can now update to outlet. And the third one, what was it? Product. Okay, everything is there. Excuse me. So the first one, the sheet name is customer. Everything is same. The second one, it's DFO. Product. It's for outlet. And third one is for DFP. Let me print the entire thing before we join the thing. If you are facing any doubt, it's very simple actually. We have already covered this thing in our earlier classes. Can quickly tell me if there is any doubt, or maybe we have forgot it after the cloud computing and GitHub classes. Okay, let me run it. Let me check all the sheet data is present or not. So this is the sheet data, customer, outlet, and product. So the same way we are printing it over here. First one is for customer with correct structure. The second one for outlet. Third one is for product ID and product name. Yeah, that is fine. Now we need to join the first two data set uh, based on outlet code, this column and this column. We can join this thing and we can create the data frame having branch name over here. Okay. And after creating of that data frame, we can join again with the resultant data frame with the third data frame, product, with product ID. Based on product ID, we can fetch product name by the join or merge. Okay. I'm just doing this thing in 2 steps. I already put the command over here. Sorry. Okay, so I'm just merging it with DFO. Let me do the left table as left table should be the customer. Okay, what was the left table over here? Customer. So DFC, DFO should be a right table. In the left table, what is the name? Outlet code, CODE. Okay, so I'm joining with this data set with the next data set. In the this is our left table or left data frame, rather we can say. In our left table, what is the joining column name? So based on which key will be joining, it should be outlet code, this one. So I'm just putting left on outlet code and right on maybe for the right table. This is our right table, which should be our joining key, outlet code. A bit a naming convention difference, CD. Okay. Let me print to check the data first. So our main motto is to pick up branch name with the main in the main data set. Let me print DF as well to check whether we are fine. The join. Yes. So we are able to successfully pick up branch name. Although we have pulled outlet code as well, but this is not required in our resultant data set. Okay, I'll be removing that when our resultant data set is prepared. Now I need to join this result data set with the product data set, data frame. So let me omit that this print over here. So over here, DF1, okay, DF is generated. I'll be joining DF and DFP, that is product. So DF should be all leftable over there, product ID is there, should be coming from there, product ID. And at the right hand side, the product table, just P is gap. I just checked it. Yeah. Okay. So this statement is fine as of now. We are doing an inner join over here. So DF1 will be our final data set. Okay. Now we need to check, or rather we can do one thing. DF underscore final. Okay. I'm putting this thing as our last data. So this is our, end data, and this should be containing all the particular columns. So I'm just creating the final data set, which should be having only our desired column: name, purchase date, branch name, product name. Okay. So let me quickly run it. Okay. I just need to print it. Otherwise I cannot see. Print df underscore final. Okay. So this is our desired output, what we have asked for. Question number 2. Create a data frame having fields: customer name, purchase date, outlet branch name, and product name. Customer name, purchase date, branch name, and product name. Okay, any doubt from anyone? Yugender, I think you just joined, so can you please mute? And noise is coming background. Yeah, fine. Thank you. Any doubt from anyone? What we are learning over here? Okay. No issue. That is fine, Yugender. Thanks for joining. Okay. So, we are able to successfully create the data frame. From that perspective, we are fine. Now we just have to push the data frame into a table format for a database. Okay. So I think we all aware that we used MySQL database there. So let me open the MySQL to check all the connectivity and everything is fine because we have worked a lot of days ago. MySQL. Yeah, it's fine. So this was our schema, or rather we can say database, data training purpose. Over there, those are the, let me refresh it again. So those four tables are the existing table. Okay. We just have to push this data frame over here. Okay. So for that, we have the code already for ingestion of the data or connection parameter, what we have learned earlier session. Let me just bring the same thing up quickly. We need to use SQL Alchemy there. Okay, so this is the particular import statement. Let me quickly call it. Let me also call this thing as well. So what this thing, yeah, some persons just joined. So we already covered this thing. So this is a refresh. Just going to have this session for a quick reminder, or if we have forgot something, just for that should be helpful. But if anyone just joined new, the new classes should be starting from Monday onwards. So please try to join that time. Then everything should be clear. Maybe whatever we are learning over here, the old student, they can easily, have the idea or have the knowledge on top of that one. So there'll be no issue for understanding. But the new students, you should take some time. If you have some experience, then that should be fine for you to understand the same thing. But if you are not a new one, if you're totally a new one, or you do not have any experience on SQL and Python, then you have to take some time, or maybe you have to wait for next class to get it understandable. Okay, so I just import SQL Alchemy to have this connection engine set up. Okay, so what I'm doing over here, I'm doing the same thing. I'm connecting our MySQL from Python. Okay, I'm creating an engine and I'm passing all the MySQL connection parameter, my username, my password, my server name, where the particular software has been installed. Then my port number for MySQL, and the last thing is the database, Teradata underscore training underscore purpose. Okay. Okay. Now everything is there. We have successfully able to create the data frame. Now just we have to push the data frame. I can print the data frame, or I can omit the data frame printing as well, or let me rather comment it out. Why it's here? Okay, maybe I pressed Control B. Sorry. So let me take the final thing. How to print it? We need to use pandas. To SQL method. Okay. Okay. Instead of df, we need to put df underscore final. This is our final data frame. So to SQL, it should be converting into SQL. So what kind of stuffs we'll be doing? We'll be printing this data frame final into our database, that is Teradata training purpose, which has been hosted in MySQL in this database. We already checked it. There's are the four existing table. Let me have with the same naming convention again. df.final should be our table name. Okay. Engine should be this engine. The SQL for SQL Alchemy, I just establish a connection set up by this command. So this connection parameter we need to pass over here by this way engine. I'm just repeating the database. That thing we can eliminate, and I'm eliminating this thing. So it will not be appending in manner. Okay. So this should be a final result. Let me print the data frame over here as well. Okay, let me run it. If the program runs successfully, then we can check the same data frame final what we have created over here. That thing should be present over here with the tabular structure, and we can select star from this table. Okay, let me run it. Okay, it's successfully completed. At the output, we should be receiving this kind of columnar format: name, purchase date, branch name, product name, and one index thing. Let me refresh this thing. Yes, data frame final has been successfully created. To check that thing, I'll be suggesting to log off once in your database, otherwise the conflict was there. And just I'm refreshing these things. Okay, so just try to print df final. What is our syntax? Select star from data frame. Okay, for the new table. Yes, so whatever we have printed over here, okay, the same thing is present over here. Name, customer name, purchase date, branch name, product name with the index as well. Okay, so we are successfully able to do the thing, whatever we have learned in our courses. So the things are clear to everyone. Any doubt from anyone? Okay, hopefully no. So we are almost end of this session. Today it's small class. So I think we have covered a lot of things for ourselves. I mean, as a data engineering, basic stuffs we covered. So for the interview kind of stuffs, we are just going to go ahead with some interview, and then we can crack the questions. At least for the basic levels of questions, if you are a fresher, those are sufficient enough to get a job on top of data. I mean, data engineering and all. But if you are just want to join for some companies with some more detailing part or for a one particular topic, then you need to brush up your knowledge on that particular topic with having more components or more contents. Okay, so just try to search for that. If you are just going ahead with for a one particular topic, then that should be more detail level of questions they can ask. They can be they can ask you. Okay, so just have this thing in your mind, and check the demo interview questions as well. If you're just going to have the job, and also demo interview questions on top of Python and SQL, and try to solve it your own way. I think you can able to do this thing. The basic functions and all you have already learned it. So just get help from Google with the documentation for this particular database, and try to solve this thing by your by I mean your side. If you are facing any issue, you can paste it in our group chat. If I have some time, I'll be definitely helping you out. Okay, but try to help. I mean, solve those kind of problems, but your own. I mean, by your own. And I just want to thank everyone who has joined from the beginning. Especially, I can see some names just like Akhil, Bharadwaj, uh, who are others. Arun, yeah, I think you are also there. Devi, thanks for joining. You are from the beginning of the class. Neetu, the other person, I'm not sure. Actually, maybe you have joined for, I mean, you are the new resource. Maybe you also be joining from the Monday onwards. But the last classes, I think we have those consistent person who you have joined. Maybe I can remember Niharika was also there. Maybe she was not aware for the last classes. So thanks everyone for joining or learning the thing. Hopefully you have enjoyed the session and all. And okay, keep practicing at your own. That's all from my side. We'll be just closing the session for today. And the next session, it should be a totally new one from Monday onwards. So any doubt from anyone till now? Anything you want to ask? Nothing? Okay, fine then. Thanks. Thanks everyone for joining. Thank you. Bye bye. Have a great day. Have a great weekend.
Thank you, sir. Bye bye.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.